I like how there's kind of a transition. So I'm really curious of how these two will look combined. Yeah, that looks good. I'm a little worried and I'm a little excited. And
I told you so. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Bring them on. I'm so happy. They look great.
And she's like, no, it looks like one of those Ants characters. And I was like, oh my God, you're right. Remember that movie Ants?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do. The back looks finished. The winged car mode looks better. The bot mode looks better to me. The mask part I don't care about, but it'd be great to have it on my shelf as, okay, here's green, orange, or yellow, or blue, or black.
Welcome back, Transformers fans, to another edition of Bot vs. Con. As always, I am your Con, James.
And I'm the bot, Bobby.
And we've got a really cool round of news. Not too much, but a lot of interesting stuff. But before we get into that, we want to give a big shout out to the Chosen Prime and specifically Brandon for going on our show yesterday, as when you guys will see this, or today, if you're a member. We really appreciate it. Yeah, it was great to talk to you about Transformers in general, and we look forward to seeing you at the con. But we also look forward to seeing some of our members at the con, and we want to give a big shout out to all of our members, whether or not you're coming to the convention or not. We really appreciate you guys keeping this channel afloat and helping us out and joining this journey with us. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. We appreciate it, and hit that bell so you get notified if we, go live with, somebody at the con. You never know. And it's James and Bobby from the future. We just wanted to let you know that our live is going to be coming up this Sunday at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So go ahead and check us out. It's available to everybody. So we'll be showing off our February hauls. Mine is a little light again, but I know Bobby, if you saw the thumbnail, that was only for like 3 days. So he'll be... it'll be the Bobby experience, but come and experience it with me. All right, guys, back to our regularly scheduled program. And all right, let's get into the news. And it's less than a week away at this point, at least from when me and Bobby will at least be in LA. And we're very excited. So let's talk about some things that were announced. If you missed our interview with Brandon, go watch it because he has some really interesting insight on this thing we're going to be talking about next. And that is FANSHOBBY's MB24B Wingman, which is going to be limited to 600. It'll be $160 at the con, and you can pick one up at the Chosen Prime's booth. Or if you're bougie like me and Bobby, you can get it at the premium thing on Friday. So... yeah. Let's talk about this little guy, because I feel like we always forget to talk about the little guys. They did a great job on this. I love the color separation with the arms and legs being gray, the silver, I think those are silver painted feet, and the bright green visor. It really comes to life. And I love these little Power Master guys. I know the original ones didn't have them, but I think they really add to the characters.
I agree. And actually, I don't know why. Well, I do know why. So I'm reading Void's Rival right now, and I don't know why, but in this little space suit, it looks like one of them. So that's what I'm getting from it. Not necessarily the colors, but just the shape of the mask and everything. So everything's related to comics now for me. It looks great. Like you said, I love the comics. The comics. See, look at that. I love the colors on it. And it I don't know. It's really kind of cool. And knowing that this is... like the 7th or 8th one I got now. I like them.
Of these little guys?
Yeah, because
I think we have more. We have way more if you include all the power basers.
Oh, I didn't even think about the power basers.
I have 3 for each of the power basers.
I didn't even think about that.
No, never mind. Those are headmasters.
Those are headmasters.
So that's 2. Yeah. So I probably have about 7 of them. Yeah.
So I think I have 3 of
Oh,
this
and then
mold,
Machine
3
Wave
of
had
this,
3 of them.
and 3. Yeah. So okay, there's a lot.
We
of
have a
them.
lot.
There's a lot of them.
But I really do like this design. I think it's really, really cool for the size.
Yeah.
But let's talk about this jet mode. They didn't really have many good pictures of the jet mode from what I saw. I could be wrong. But it does look great. It has a lot of undercarriage, but, you know, what do you expect?
I actually love this alt mode. This is my favorite mold or my favorite aspect of this mold. It looks great. And I think there's actually going to be some more pictures coming, if I'm not mistaken. So
yeah,
these look great.
So let's talk about the robot mode. Again, I love the bright green in there. It's perfect. It really draws your eye from like an artistic point of view to where you want to look, which is the chest, and that's where all the deco is. So it really draws your eye there. Along with the wings, it all kind of coalesces down to one point, and I love that about this figure. It's very artistically done. Big shout outs to our friend Get Right Robot who did this deco. It's immaculate.
Yeah, I actually am not being biased on this. I think this is my favorite color of even out of the last one he did. I think I like this one better. The colors are amazing. The original version, original meaning the original Fans Hobby version of this, the colors were kind of competing with one another. This looks like everything goes together, you know, like peas and carrots, I guess. But it just looks amazing, honestly. And I'm not just saying that. I don't like the guns per se. I would have liked to see those in a different color, possibly, but at this point, I would just be nitpicking because I love everything else about it.
The guns harken back to the original.
Okay, then that makes sense.
All of the toys had gold guns, which actually they each had one. So I actually saw it online with this guy, who I keep by my desk. Then they gave one of these guns to he's back there, to Huntsman. So Huntsman can have his gun because Huntsman didn't come with one of these guns. And I'm like, oh, that's really cool. So I wonder, you know, if we're going to get a third one to give one of these guys his guns to. So time will tell.
Yeah, I don't know anything about the Predators or anything like that besides the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie back in the late 80s or 90s.
That's my favorite sci-fi movie that's not Transformers.
Yeah, so that's about as close to I come to a Predator. So it's just really cool. And as you mentioned, thank you, Brandon, for sharing some information on this, and go watch our video if you haven't seen it, as James mentioned. But this looks great. It will be bought.
And yes, definitely. And here he is with who I just showed off, Marksman. They look great together.
They do.
I really like how they're both completely different, with the gray limbs on Marksman and the black limbs on Wingman. I might get their names mixed up, but together as a unit, they really look good together.
Right. I like the as Get Right Robot called them, the lipsticks on the shoulders that are similar in color to Wingman, and then the blue on Wingman's chest is similar to, is it Huntsman? No.
Marksman. Huntsman is the
yeah, Marksman. I get the names confused as well, but I like how there's kind of a transition. So I'm really curious of how these two will look combined. Yeah, that looks good.
Good segue, Bobby. I do think that this looks better than the other ones, even though, because it's so crazy. They're not supposed to go together, but they do, if that makes sense. I can't explain it.
Well, the original, you know, and I showed it, I think when we did our hauls or something like that. I showed think so. Yeah. And that initial one looked terrible to me. And I haven't combined the second set yet. So I'm curious to see how that looks, but this looks way better than the first one did. So I'm already liking this. And they actually connect together really well, which, you know, is nice. But yeah, this come on Friday. I usually don't.
wait.
I usually don't rush time because I'm getting older, but I'm looking forward to
Spare
Friday.
a few days to have
Yeah,
this.
I'm looking forward to Friday.
All right. So the next that's all about Wingman. Let us know in the comments below what you think about him. We already put up a poll. Seems like a lot of people want to get it, but they can't. But let us know down in the comments what you think again. So this next one, honestly, I'm going to be honest. I don't know if it's a TFcon exclusive. But I put it in here because it makes sense that it's a TFcon exclusive. I also had no official, I didn't find it on the company's website or Facebook page that they posted it. But damn Chalk, if you guys know who that is on Facebook, he's a pretty prevalent news source, posted it. So I'm very excited for this. I told Bobby, don't look at any more news once I saw this. And I just want to tell you, Bobby, before you see what it is, and I want to tell you I told you so.
I'm a little worried and I'm a little excited. And
I told you so. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
So this is Flipsides and Rosanna. They don't have names. I don't know if they're TFcon exclusives. They could just be a regular release. But in terms of how MMC has been doing these tapes as exclusives, like we got the Shattered Glass Steel Jaw, these pictures come out a week before TFcon. I think it's highly, highly likely these are going to be the exclusives. And if they're not, they're going to be produced because these look pretty dang finished to me.
Wow. I did not expect this. I'm pleasantly surprised. They are bought if they're at TFcon LA or TFcon Toronto, which would
or
be
wherever, right? They look great.
Yeah. I am looking for a ram horn, but I can settle for this and wait for the ram horn or vice versa. I think these MMC tapes are amazing. I love the size. I love how they look. I love the transformation on them. They're great. So this is easy buy right here.
Super easy. And do you know who Flipsides is?
I have no idea.
The white one. So Rosanna, you've heard about Rosanna before. So Flipsides, I just have to talk about this because I looked up her character. I guess she's like an Autobot teacher, but she was originally a Decepticon plant. So she's like, but she was such an Autobot that she forgot about that she was a Decepticon. But there's a timer in here that's gonna make her flip sides, and then she's gonna kill everybody. I like that. I think that's a very unique story. So you probably don't even care. You're just gonna buy the character no matter what.
Yeah, I that story doesn't really move me. That sounds like she has all time.
I think it's so cool. Hey, that works for me.
Yeah, that's
all right. Well, let's keep it going. Let us know below if you think these are going to be TFcon exclusives. Again, I don't know. For all I know, these are AI generated.
Oh god. I
don't think so. I don't think so.
I deal with AI, so that's like even scarier.
So we have some more guests. Marty Eisenberg and Frank Todaro are going to be there. And Bobby found a place that can officiate. I don't know the right word. Go ahead, Bobby. Take it over.
They can,
I'm stumbling over my words.
Yeah, they can verify and basically. So if you get any signatures, any autographs or anything like that, they can legitimately make it known that they are legitimate signatures. They're going to be at TFcon as well, so that's kind of cool for those that are looking to get autographs by all these wonderful guests that are going to be there. I actually saw some pricing of how much these are going to cost, and I don't know if I'm going to go down that autograph rabbit hole that I thought I was going to go down.
You already committed.
I committed without knowing the price. The price has told me that I can decommit.
Okay, well, that time will tell with what he does at the con. But yeah, it's cool. Again, it's more variety for people to go check it out.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's move on to DairyCon. So DairyCon released their exclusives, and they're going to have the Retro Rewind assortment, and that bumper looks to be that little bumblebee that came out with the Daniel. Do you remember that one? It's the one that came out with the core Optimus Prime and that when it came out with the trailer.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
So I actually got that for $4.99 at Didi's. So I'm totally cool with that. And then it looks like there's a bot that's a radio and a twin twist. So I don't know what's up with that.
Yeah, a little jump starter. I think they were called jump starters.
Yeah, jump starter. Yeah.
Huh.
So it looks pretty cool.
I think you need to go and pick us up some.
All right, go ahead and buy me my plane ticket and hotel room, and I'll go.
You're close to driving.
I think you're closer.
I don't drive long distance.
Yeah, well, maybe you'll have to. Next, we have New Jersey Comic Con, which is this weekend.
I know.
So that's crazy. But yeah, so just bringing attention to it. They have some pretty cool door prizes. Go check them out if you're in the area. I definitely would if I was over there.
I would too. And I saw some collector's crafts going to be there, and I really want to get some more stuff from him. So go see him if you get a chance.
Go take an impromptu road trip, Bobby.
No.
And then I guess this is con news. Walmart's having the collector's con on Pi Day 3/14. And how many things are they going to rip off of the exclusives this year? That's my question. Because if you remember with that G2 Grimlock, do you remember? They came out with it at the con. We bought it. And literally, while we were still in LA, Hasbro showed off theirs.
That is so funny. I forgot about that. Yes, they did do that. And it was just like, then all of a sudden we just started seeing all these yellow Grimlocks popping up everywhere. So
from everywhere after we got ours. Yeah. So let us know what you're looking forward to the Walmart Collectors Con. Probably some of that repaint wave of like the Star Raiders, the pirates that Bobby can't wait for because it's pirates, and the retro line that Bobby cannot stand because he doesn't like his G1 toys. So let us know in the comments. So let us know in the comments what you're hoping they what's that called? Announce. There you go. My gears don't run as well as they used to. I need to oil them. So let's get into what is just announced. And I was actually surprised with these. And we're going to be talking about the Legacy United Doom and Destruction collection, which if I was a kid with that name, I would have bought them all no matter what. Doom and Destruction is so dang cool. But let's start off with Barrage and Chop Shop and Malice Minotaurus, which we'll talk about next. But let's talk about these. I am surprised with the amount of retooling they did. These look really good. I really like them. I love how the horn on Barrage turns into his chest. That is so unique and cool. Chop Shop, again, looks great. He looks really good. I don't know why Hasbro puts these really cool looking figures as exclusives. I really don't get it. These are, to me, these look like some of the best figures that Hasbro's came out with in a long time.
I can't argue with you at all. I'm so in on these. Like, I'm bring them on. I'm so happy. They look great. The colors look great. Their pop, even though it's brown and orange, it still looks like a nice color of brown and orange. The orange pops. The brown is like not a dull, ashy looking brown. It's very vibrant. That the green and yellow, that looks great. I'm so into these.
They look so good. And I love that they did add a special symbol. I think it's on Chop Chop's leg. I don't know. I saw it somewhere for the brand, but they still have Decepticon symbols. Yeah. And they didn't change out the Decepticon symbols for whatever Mayhem Attack Squad that they used. But These are really good looking remolds. I'm very surprised. I thought they
very-
were just going to be redecos with new heads, but they did a great job with these.
They really did, and this Hasbro is what we want. So
Exactly.
I don't.
You know, I know I'm harsh on Hasbro in this at this show, but I will give them props when it's due, and they did a great job on these. Could have lived without this guy in it, though. I feel like they just put him in to crank up the price. He's all silver, and he literally does nothing for me.
Yeah, the original. I mean, I bought the original. I can't even remember.
I did too.
The red, and I was just like, "Oh, okay." Oh, okay.
I was like, this is really cool until he has the whole thing sticking out of his butt, and I was like, that sounded so wrong. Which he has the whole staff that transforms. hey, whatever. And that just didn't do it for me. Yeah. So, yeah, I could live without this, but whatever. I'd buy it no matter what. Yeah. And let's move on to the next one. Do you have anything else to say about this?
No, I can't wait.
Okay. I forgot I had this. Mark Clonus posted a picture of all the bug bots together. And they look really good. We need a Venom. I hope the leaks are right and we're going to get a Venom. Because that would round it off.
I'm here for it. I'm so in on this. This is so cool. I'm so happy.
Do you have the Ransack?
Yes, I do.
You did. You got that set? Okay.
Yeah, and it was funny. I was letting my dogs out, and I haven't opened them. So I was letting my dogs out, and I looked on the shelf, and I was just like, oh, I do have this.
Yeah, I need to find mine. In all honesty. All right, well, let's keep it going, and let's talk about the other pack, which is Breakdown and Windsweeper. So we kind of already talked about this before with the leaks. I'll go first because I don't think anybody's questioning me. I'm buying this for the Windsweeper alone. I don't know why I've always liked Windsweeper. I think he looks great. He's not perfect, obviously, but he's good enough. The head sculpt looks really good as well. And Breakdown looks okay. It's not your Breakdown, I know, Bobby. It's, Prime Breakdown. But what's up with this head? I showed my wife this, and I'm like, it looks like somebody that had too much plastic surgery in the cheeks. And she's like, no, it looks like one of those Ants characters. And I was like, oh my God, you're right. Remember that movie, Ants?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do.
That's what this looks like. I like the original Breakdown's head, honestly, because I had to look it up to see if it looked like this. And I liked it in the show, but I'm not a big fan of this head sculpt.
I don't remember what he looked like in the show. I did watch Prime, but I don't remember what he looked like in the show at all. I don't like that they used the bulkhead. And again, I don't remember per se what he looked like in the show, but I don't remember him being a swap of bulkhead. So that's the first thing I thought.
Wasn't a swap. He was not a swap of bulkhead, but he was a big bruiser. He turned into an SUV. And I think this is the closest that they could get. I saw somebody do a digibash of him on the dump truck. That looked pretty good in robot mode, but how would a dump truck work for like an SUV type of thing? So I think I like this mold. I like the bulkhead mold. It actually surprised me. I didn't think I was going to like it. So I'm okay with it. But again, I have no really deep connection to the character, so I could see why somebody would be mad that this is what they got. Honestly, I'll probably give him another name and change it, Downbreak or something like that, and it'll be some other character.
Break up.
Yeah, exactly. Something like that, and it'll work just fine. Here are their alt modes as well as the target masters that remind me of, I think it's Silverhawks. That's what I see when I saw those. And they look fine. The faces are painted, which surprised me. I wasn't expecting that. And the alt modes, again, they look okay. Not bad at all. They
are what they are. I mean, I remember the G1 toy. They weren't great either. So, I have no connection to this character. So I see it as just a repainted needle nose. And I actually like the needle nose mold. So I think I'll be in for this set as well.
All right. Well, I didn't think you were going to buy both of them.
Yeah.
But let's move
Or new
on to
Hasbro
something that
figures
I
coming.
think, yeah, which is surprising. They need to start putting the amount of care that they did into these into the main line. I don't see that transfer across. I could be wrong, but that's my opinion.
You know, I bought the previous 2 packs from Amazon.
We did,
Amazon
yes.
exclusives,
Yeah.
and I know you passed on the other the 2 fembots. I can't remember their names.
I did. Yes.
But you know, I like those as well. So I'm happy with these 2 packs. If Hasbro put out stuff like this, I'm all in.
Yeah, I agree. I wouldn't say all in, but because if they were all sold separately, I would probably pass on the breakdown, honestly. But other than that, you know, I would be more in. Well, let's move on to something I think you need to get your Great Dane Anakin.
Uh-oh. I think I know what this
Look
is.
at this cute little dog toy. This is a squeak and tug dog toy that you could get. I think it's about $10.
So what's funny is I actually bought Optimus Prime squeak toy for him. Well, for whichever one got to it, and I haven't opened it yet. So it's bad.
Oh my God, you're not even opening your dog's toys.
It's bad, and I look at it. You know, when I go to let him out, I'm like, I'm gonna open this, and then I forget and go about my business. So yes, I probably will buy this. The only problem is, you know, I have the Great Dane and I have a Frenchie, and they fight over toys, and it's, you know, kind of scary because the Frenchie is definitely the boss, but my Dane will just pin her down and just start barking and growling, and I'm like, okay, if he bites her, it's gonna be problems, but she'll actually bite him. So, you know, I have to like keep them in separate rooms or something like that. But this is a cute toy.
Yeah. The only thing that makes me a little mad is that mouth on him, because that's obviously a faceplate, and then they just added the mouth, and I don't understand it. But again, it's a dog toy, so who cares?
Yeah, maybe they'll tear it off.
If they tear that off, they're tearing a lot more off than just the mouth. Next, we got Transformers Blockies Galaxy version Wave 3. There's a lot of close-up images if you guys want to go look it up. They look fine for what they are. They're not my cup of energon at all.
These look great. I actually I looked at them and I was just like, wow, these are really, really cool. And they don't transform, but they actually did little things that were kind of funny. Like Soundwave, you take his arms off and his legs off, and he looks like a tape deck. You know, so it was stuff like that. But yeah, it's kind of cool. There, if I collected non-transforming Transformers, I possibly could have gone this route.
I probably wouldn't have, but you know, to each their own. Next, we've got FunBee Studios Cyber-Base System, and this is the Gamma set. Now, these are really cool because not only are they flat pieces like this, but you can actually like stack them. And I really like how this looks because it's kind of like what I imagined Cybertron to be with the different levels of techno goop. So I think this looks pretty cool.
It does. I see how small they are, and
yes,
it's. I wanted to get a lot of these sets, and actually, I bought a few different things, and I realized that there's no way in the world I would ever have enough for all of my displays that I would want to do, or you know, even putting them in my display cases. It would just be too much money.
Yeah, I can see that.
But
they
I
look
love
really
them.
cool though.
I love them. Yeah.
All right, let's keep it moving. And I don't know if you're going to be buying this or not, but we've got Star Toys ST02. No name, but this is obviously Trax. I don't want to be mean, but it looks just like Hasbro, the Takara one. Just a little bit updated. The car looks great, but yeah, Is it missing the flames on the hood, or is that only Road Rage? I think that's only Road Rage, right?
No, it actually has the flames on the hood.
It's supposed to have it, right? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so maybe the deco doesn't have it yet.
Star Toys made that Blitzwing, which I think is the best Blitzwing that we have in third party. I'm so in on this because I love the Blitzwing, and two, they've cleaned up a lot of the stuff that I didn't like about the Hasbro version. The back looks finished. The winged car mode looks better. The bot mode looks better to me. The mask part I don't care about from that one episode, but I just think that this one looks updated. So it would have been terrible if it looked the same or worse than the Hasbro version or Hasbro Takara version. So I'm happy to be getting an update on this. I can't wait to get it. They really blew me away and surprised me with their Blitzwing.
Yeah, I agree with you with all that stuff. It does look more cleaned up, I've got to say, and that's probably due to it being what, 5, 6, 7 years after the Takara one came out. I don't know, but what really impressed me is the physical sample that they showed off, because that's some crazy posability. If they release this in Loud Pedal or Road Rage or whatever colors, I might pick it up. I just have no connection to tracks like I do the other ones, specifically Road Rage, because this is really cool.
And look at that ab crunch that's in there.
That's what I'm saying. You know, I would love to get this in Road Rage colors. I just don't. I've never been a fan of tracks in general, so I'll be skipping on that. But I will pick up a Road Rage or a Loud Pedal.
I'd pick up all three.
I know, we know you would, Bobby. You don't have to say it out loud. You could keep some stuff to yourself. Showing off over here. Anything else to say about this?
No, I'm excited. I hope it comes out this year. No, I don't. It can actually take its time coming.
Now that you said that, all three of them are going to come out this year within like 3 months of each other.
Oh, yeah. I don't need that.
Next, we've got this, which I got really excited about until I realized it was the wrong company. Mechanical Skull Studios is making Armada Skyrim. I thought this was Fans Hobby for some reason, even though they haven't shown off the full Armada one, and I started going, woo! And then I was like, oh, never mind. But this is still really cool that they're doing this for the Legends collectors. If they do make a Ramjet and it's cheap, I might pick it up just because I have it's a Universe toy and we don't get a lot of Universe toys. But I would much prefer to have Fans Hobbies. But it looks good. Again, just not my cup of Energon.
I will be passing on this.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
Yeah. I didn't have. I was just like, is this a unicorn jet?
It looked so much smaller when we saw it in person than online. Remember?
Yeah.
In Orlando?
Yeah.
It looked so tiny. But it's cool.
This is Skywarp, I think they're doing. This is
Skywarp, correct. But I said Ramjet because Ramjet was a repaint of Skywarp. So If they do the Ramjet colors, I'll probably pick it up.
Gotcha.
Who knows? They could do Ramjet first. For all we know, we don't know. If Ramjet was a TFcon exclusive, would you pick it up?
Do they do Legends scale?
I'm just if they did it the first one.
I don't know. I mean, again, I'd have to see it because I don't pick up every exclusive. I passed on that the Rosanna.
Yeah, but that wasn't an exclusive for a con we went to. That was BotCon. They just had leftover stock.
Oh well, yeah.
So
the same thing.
Count.
The same thing. If I had a chance to get it in Orlando and I passed on it, so
yeah, I think you buy every exclusive. I think you would have bought the Cheetah and Rosanna if it was the exclusive for the convention we went to.
No. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I think you would have.
No, even my wallet said no to me.
Your wallet always says no to you. So Don't even go there. Next, we've got Mecca Invasion's Giant Legion. So this caught me off guard because we already saw all of the Constructicons, which looked pretty cool, you know? And then they showed this off, and it's an alternate chest, which makes sense now, because if you remember when we talked about this, we said we liked the hook design instead of the updated design, and now we realized it's not an updated design. It just had Grimlock as the torso and not the Constructicons. Very weird. What do you think about this, Bobby?
I'm trying to figure out, when did Grimlock get down with the Constructicons? I mean, it must be a comic book thing, or...
I don't think it is. I think it's a Mecca Invasion thing.
Give me this with Computron, I dig it. You know, I mean, I can put it all together, but Grimlock and the Constructicons, I have, especially after what Devastator did to Sludge in the movie. I mean, he knocked his eyes out, you know. So, but this is it's interesting. It's definitely unique, and I'm in for this set.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like Grimlock, honestly.
It's
just a transforming dinosaur. I want to know the colors. If this thing is in Constructicon green and purple, oh, that's bot. No questions asked. That is so cool. I might not even buy the whole set, but I would buy just this dinosaur just to have it in those colors. But I think I might get this. This is weird enough that I might be interested. It depends on the price. If the price is, you know, too much, I'll be out. But now that they've shown something unique, they have my attention. I'm hoping it's not even in Constructicon colors. I want something completely off the wall and unique. Don't think that's going to happen. But let me make it a new character instead of Constructicons. I mean, you know what I mean? If it's blue, that would be so cool. Blue and red or something like that. Make it different. I'd be so in.
I was going to say
crazy
like
KO colors.
Orange or even yellow. Because we're getting so many Devastators right now. I'm in on them all, but it would be great to be like, this one I'm really in on because it looks different. I mean, clearly it looks different than the others, but the color also looks different. It'd be great to have it on my shelf as, okay, here's green, orange, or yellow, or blue, or black, or something like that, you know?
Yeah. So, yeah, I think I'm looking forward to this. I need to see more. I'm not in until 1, we see it in color, and 2, we get the price. Because that's a big thing for me, at least. But let's keep it going. What?
For us.
No, you don't care about price. We are look behind you, Bobby.
I did, and I was just like, oh my gosh, this is why I can't open everything. Jeez.
Okay, well, save that for the haul.
Yeah, that's a whole nother subject.
The haul.
Yeah.
Let's talk about MPH Studios MPH SO2W Commander White version, 23 centimeters tall. I think this is the best deco out of all 4. I'm biased, but the white and the silver and where they put the silver, but it's also like a goldish silver and not a pure silver, at least in these pictures, looks so good. I really like this. The biceps being silver are a little weird, but other than that, I do dig this. I never started my Magnus display like I wanted to, but if I did, I'd be picking this up, but I didn't, so. Oh well.
It's never too late.
No, it's too late, trust me.
I do kind of like this. I'm out for right now. I did pick up the Prime, but I only picked up the Prime because I really liked the trailer accessories, the roller and whatever the
gun turret thing.
The gun turret thing was the RoboCop that turns into like the RoboCop thing. But I do like the way this Prime looks. Again, to me, it's the Prime with the metal coating the alloy coating on them. I know you say it's Magnus, but it does look good.
Yeah, it does.
It looks real good.
All right, let's move on to some updates. So the first one, I'm very happy for all of the people that backed the Haslab because all the tiers are unlocked. Good for you guys. I hope that these big hunks of plastic make you happy. In all seriousness, no, I am happy for you guys.
You are
serious. It always sucks. No, because it sucks when you back something and then all the tiers don't get unlocked. I would have been disappointed if not backed out if all the tiers didn't get unlocked. So
they should thumbs down.
I think they. What did it do? A thumbs?
It did a thumbs down.
Unintentional. There. That's. There you go.
It knew what you were thinking internally. Your mouth was moving, but your body was saying something else.
What I was gonna say is, I would have been disappointed though if the final tier was this, and I was all in on this. They should have swapped them because I think the sword is more of a iconic thing, and they also said that they're not painting these, so they're gonna look not bad, but they're not gonna wow you when you see it. So I would have been disappointed. I also think they stand the final on their own, but I'm sure somebody out there really likes them, and I'm happy for that person, even if it's a singular person.
I don't have anything else to add to this. I think the unlockable tiers were pretty weak on this Haslab. So
yeah, Death Source was way better. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, the weapons and then the throne and then so that was way better in my opinion.
Yeah. Even the Star Saber, was better. You had the mini cons that came with it. So, yeah. I mean, again, I think we've beat this horse enough. But I'm again for those that want this, I'm glad you're getting it. I think most people backed it more so because of the figures than the tiers anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
I just think that I wish that they would have done better tiers for the people that back this.
Next, we've got this. So this is the Poseidon, the Machine One Endless Equipment Series Sea Emperor Poseidon. That is a mouthful. And this is the alternate dino mode.
Okay, so the first picture, the bigger picture, I was like, why are we showing TFcon going to the bathroom? That's what I was like, okay, something's gonna shoot out of there. I was like, this is not what I was expecting. Then I saw the smaller one and I said, why are they doing this? Like, does this reference something?
This reminds me, if it doesn't reference something, of the old Beast Wars toys where they would just like transform them, like Beast Wars Neo and Beast Wars 2, where they just half transform them and then call it another mode. Because I think that's exactly what this was. One of the designers just played with it and was like, oh, look, it looks like another Transformer. It looks like another Dino. So,
yeah,
it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun.
Remember that statement you made about the even if it's only one person?
Yes.
I'm happy you think it's fun, even if it's.
I'm not buying it. I just, I want you to go get your TFcon off the shelf and see if you could do this.
I actually was just sitting here thinking about it. I was like, does it do that? I don't want it to, but does it do that?
I honestly don't know, but oh well. Well, let's go into what's recently released. Nothing incoming that I could find, but what's recently released is kind of interesting. I didn't think these were going to be out so early. And we've got Sandstorm and Silverbolt, and these were cited by Wyvern Chile on Instagram. So that's cool.
You gonna pick up the Silverbolt?
No. unless honestly, if I see it in store and Target's having a 30% off sale like they've been having recently, then I might pick it up.
Yeah, I'm in for the Sandstorm. The end.
I think you're getting that Scorponok too, aren't you?
Oh, I can't use the words over these airways.
Yeah, no, with these things, they look fine. I would rather pick up the Silverbolt than I would the Sandstorm. And this also brings me to the point. Look at them both in the boxes. They're the same size. I didn't even notice that until looking at this. That Sandstorm is T to the I to the N to the Y.
I'm in on it. I don't know. I just Hasbro is. I'm gonna claim that these are old Hasbro, even though they haven't come out yet. I'm going to say that what we saw on those 2-packs is going to be the new Hasbro.
Preach.
But the only positive is, if I'm wrong, I'll have more money to spend on other things.
Yeah, because this is not doing it for me. But let us know in the comments below if it does anything for you. That is all we have for you today. And Bobby, why don't you tell them what they should do?
Oh, go ahead and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Click that notification bell. Please like and share the video with your friends and family. We really do help. It really does help us out, and we appreciate it. Also, if you're interested in really supporting the channel and everything that we bring to you, you can always become a member. We do have our February hauls coming up this Sunday, so hopefully you will join us for that live hangout with us. That is for everyone as well. So I think I've covered everything. James, did I miss anything?
I don't think so. And if you did, you guys know what to do. So we will see you guys on Sunday, and have a wonderful rest of your Saturday.
Yes.
Or whenever you watch this.
Yes. And stay tuned. There's a lot to show for February. So as always, till all debates are won, we'll see you Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 Pacific, and all that. You can do all the other calculations for wherever you live.
Bye-bye.
Bye.